of websites and logins and stuff. I want to show you how to use it. Oh, and two. Sorry, I'm being corrected. Oh, my hand. The sign in, and I'll send this to you as well, is my email. So you'll teacher admin in. And then should load mine. And the password is capital R for RSED, and then it's 2335. It's actually the building number of RISE.
Cool.
So once you log in, it'll pull up all of these different options, because there's like all these different programs you can use. The one that I'm going to show you is Symbol Stix. So you open Symbol Stix Prime, and then in the page, they just changed the format of this. So you click up here, and it'll pull up. You can just like search by symbols, which is the easiest way to do it. And so if I'm like making a visual on, let's say I'm making a visual on, what were they doing yesterday? Oh, character motivation, right? Like what the character wants. So I'm just going to start by searching want and see, like there's this image here, there's this image, this, I could say like think, right?
That's cool. Yeah, I guess
There's
I've seen these before.
images.
I never really figured where they came from. That's cool. They're super helpful.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. And so then if you go into it, and if I say like, if I go back to want and find the picture that I actually wanted to use, I would just click the image. The easiest way to do it is to then just click download. It'll download the symbol. And then when I put it in a Google Doc.
This is great.
Yep. When I put it in, you can put it in a Google Doc and then just drag it and drop it from there.
Cool.
So I usually will do it as like a Google drawing within a doc, so that you can kind of like adjust which images are there and all of those pieces. So I could like put the want one, and I could put something else with it. So there's like a ton of stuff in there. I can show you kind of what some of them look like. So if I went and I organized them, I used to organize them by week, so that like whatever my guided reading plans were for the week, I'd make the visuals and just link it in my guided reading plan for those objectives. You can see like this one was like, think, does that make sense? Right? Are you monitoring for meaning? And so there was just like an example, and it was, I'm thinking, is that right or wrong? I can run, so is it fast or fat? Which one makes sense, right? So giving them those visuals to anchor what they're doing. I think this one, and this one has like an example that I would do with it. So there was a demo, right? So I was modeling, but I covered up the end of the word. So we're reading, at the movies we eat. Is it popsicle or popcorn? What makes sense, right? So giving them some options, so that as I'm modeling, they not only have the visual for the objective, but also have the context of how it would look. So here's one about like problem solution, understand the story by thinking about the problem and the solution with an example. This one, oh, if I scroll up a little bit, it's scrolling really fast. Thinking about what the character wanted and what they're thinking. So I think about the character, why the character did what. I think about what the character wants and what they're thinking. And then had an example of like, here's this text, I'm going to read this to you. What did he want, right? So we're going through this like simple story I wrote about this dog, right? Like, why is he doing these things? Well, because he wanted that. And so giving them that context, but then having this up through the duration of the lesson. So as I was prompting kids, that visual of my objective was there the whole time.
Cool. That makes a lot of sense.
And you can see, yeah. So this was just like a drawing where I just added the image, added the text. That way I could adjust it and change it as I needed. I could take this and add it to it. Usually just a simple, it's not going to let me right now. My computer's being slow. Oh, maybe. Yeah, like that. It's as simple as that. Save and close, and then it's there. Super easy. And then it's all in your Google Docs. You have it all there. Yeah. Happy to show how it works. I'll send the login and the website and stuff so you can get into it easily.
Cool. Thanks, Charlie, and thanks